when we think of movies or we think of ads, we will often see Vanilla Ice and we will see Jamie Foxx or whatever other American or British person that is brought here. I mean, at that point, we're just exporting jobs. And I just think sometimes, maybe the brand insists on it. Put up a fight and say, you know what, we've got incredible South Africans, whether it's the Unvoord or whoever, Now, this is a photo of a city that I love. It's the city of Durban. And I'm always asking myself, in terms of the power of images, that the Durban authorities, I don't know what they're called, Durban tourism or whatever, why don't they shoot decent photos of the city? Because no one thinks the city is beautiful. We imagine cities as they are shot, not as experience them. So when you go into Cape Town, those panorama shots, they are editorial, of course, because you cut out all the stuff you don't want to sell. And so we have this sense of Cape Town being beautiful. But in the hands of a wrong photographer, Cape Town will be a lousy city. Durban as well. It's just, I'm not dissing these guys, but they're not doing a great job of shooting the city because many people are surprised. So I went to Durban at the beginning of July, and I played around with my camera, and I got these photos, and I post them. People are like, where is that? It's Durban. What was the difference? I shot it with love, which is the word that Rob was using here. So I think in a lot of our campaigns, we have to challenge our clients and say, forget Moses Mabhida Stadium. It's a beautiful stadium, but don't shoot it too close, because then it's an object. Shoot the city, use a wide angle, and then there is that element of desire. That's how they shoot Miami as well. Let's not give our clients easy solutions. Let's give them solutions that blow their minds. They're like, gee. Again, coming back to the images, I was asking myself when I was looking around at stock images, that why do we find so many Americans masquerading as black South Africans, because people have South African agencies go and buy stock images of a chap from Atlanta. I mean, he may be, if it's a man, he may be handsome, well-dressed and all that, but he is not South African or African. So I think the challenge is to stop that, So this photograph that I have here of Ayanda Nhlangoti, for me, it couldn't be someone from Atlanta. Again, I think to your clients, when they come to you at the last minute and say they want a thing, and they give you, they say, listen, South Africans don't look like that. For the white South African advertising, you don't go and get a hulking guy from Scandinavia, because we just know that he is not South African. So there's a DNA of how we look, and that's very important. What I'm driving at is essentially sometimes, because of assumptions that we make as a country, you have a sense that where we were once politically segregated, now we just have segregated marketing. So there's this thing called the black market and all that. And I just think very often, it's a relic of the past, and it goes with something even more dangerous, that sometimes you have ads, you have brands that are bought mostly by black people, but you just don't see them in the ads, and that's crazy. This is 2012. Since 1994, we've been saying to ourselves, we'll change. So surprise us, if there's an ad where you know that it's the hottest thing in Thohoyandou, ask yourself why you do not have vendor people advertising that ad, that product. So that's important. While we're at this, one of the things that struck me is one of our greatest icons in South Africa, Joseph Shabalala of Ladysmith Black Mambazo. He writes the most incredible lyrics. I mean, I have so many, I have over 40 of their albums, and that's not all the stuff. I think they have 70 albums. That's how amazing they are. And if you love language as much as I do, his writing, I mean, no one can match that. Songs like Noma Temba and all that. But I'm often surprised by his absence. Even Heinz in the UK and US had an ad, featuring him. But we are not using him. So I think sometimes we forget these people. Maybe we think they are too old and all that. But I will say, let's remember, people like him and use them.